Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You, and today join me at a fantastic Moorefield farm fishery, and this is something I've been excited to do. I'm so excited. So today we are doing the junior giveaway. I can't tell you how amazing the people around us are and are to the channel. So we've had support of midwater.co.uk, Midwater Luggage, which will go into what they've brought. We've got Middy Tackle, have brought some fantastic stuff. We've got Fishing Tackle and Bait that have also supplied us with some great stuff. And on top of that, we've also got Moorefield's farm that have donated some things as well. So absolutely superb. So stay with us and we will show you what we've got. Right guys, so we're having a look at everything that we've got. We'll try and make it snappy so we can get fishing. We are aiming this at juniors to get started into fishing. Now we're going to be giving this away on the Angling For You Facebook site, and it's just going to be absolutely superb. So I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to jump into it. Who sent what we've got, and what are you getting with this starter pack. So we'll start with a box. So I started this all off with the Shakespeare box. I went and bought this myself from a local guy whose son had it before that. It's still in great condition, and that is the basis of where we're starting. So this box, which we'll show you in a bit more detail in a second, but what's platformed on top of it is the start of Midwater Luggage, what they've sent us, and this is a saddle bag. So when you're carrying this to your peg, you can still use the strap that's on the top, but this is effectively like a carry-all. You can have all your stuff stored in, and when you get to your peg you can unclip it. It's absolutely superb. As you'd imagine, super well made. But we'll go into what we've got inside and then what else Midwater and this in a bit more detail. So in this top compartment we've got some amazing bits. So Fishing Tackle and Bait have supplied us with some hook length boxes, some new line for this reel that we've got, some mixture of some feeders in a mould, and a nice little auto bander, so to band your pellets, and some split shot. And then also we'll go into something else that they've got, which is in one of the side pockets. Middy Tackle have sent 4 packs of hooks, which are 18s, 16s, 14s and 20s, all with bands on there for your pellet fishing. They've also sent 3 pellet wagglers. They've also sent a mould and feeder setup, along with a catapult and a little jigger float in case we go into that. That's just for the start of the tackle part of it. We've got much more. So Bait Tech also have sent some ground bait and pellets. They're at my house currently, so they will be added to the package. So a big thanks to the guys there. In this little side patch is empty, this one. This is where I'm going to be putting the pellets in. But in the other one, Fishing Tackle and Bait have also supplied a load of different floats in a tube with rubbers in there, so perfect to start your waggler fishing. So that is a great start. Now just a little bit about this bag. It's got clips on either side like so, and we can clip that off and take it off and just put it behind you on the peg or to your side, and you've got all those pouches with everything in it. What a great idea from the boys there. So the box itself is super robust. It can take my weight, so if it can take my weight, there's definitely no problems. It comes with 2 little side drawers, side little trays should I say. Now with these, it gives you a cavernous space in there to put your pack lunches and everything else, but we have got some other things to go in there. And then with that comes a little foam seat. A little foam seat sits on top, so you've got a nice comfy platform to sit on. Then the boys, again at Midwater Luggage, have got some little cool things with it. So they've got this little tote bag, and this is for having your pellets in, pellets or maggots, whatever you want. It's got a Velcro top. It can sit lovely on your side tray with your pellets in there. They've also got what they call a pellet carrier case, but I mean you can put any ground bait in, or bags of whatever you want, tins. It's lovely lined, lovely and soft, lovely reinforced zips, nice strap. Everything about it is just superbly made. British company as well, as you'd expect. The absolute top quality stuff, and he's done it in camo because it goes with what else I've got for you. And that's a lovely little bag, and that'll fit perfectly in the box underneath. But along with that, he's also got a little reel box as well, so a nice, exactly the same quality. You can put your reel in there, spare spools, bit of line, all that kind of business. So you do get a lot of storage compartments, and all these three go perfectly inside this box, along with the cushion and those little side trays. So you've got loads of space, and then like I said, you've got your bigger bag that sits on the top. Now, this is where we start to get even more impressive. They've also given us a rod bag, and he's done it in camo again, which is brilliant. It's super beautifully padded lined. It's a zip all the way up from the bottom. This one zips halfway so you can fit everything in, and this one zips all the way to the bottom, so you put your bank sticks in there, you can put your landing net handles and everything into it. Just amazing. And as soon as I said about doing this for juniors, they were straight on board, was Paul and the guys there. Just amazing. So that is nearly all of the mid-water luggage stuff. So as an addition, and I think, to be honest, there's a junior here today who looks like he's just starting. I think I may give these to him because this is what Paul's done. So there's another rod bag, another pellet bag, and another tote bag, which is just so generous. And again, we're going to give these, I think, to a junior that's with us just over the other side of the pond today. It looks like he started out with his granddad. So just amazing. But we're not finished by a long way. Right, Middy, just again knocking it out of the park. So we've got a ready to fish wick bagging machine. Now this bad boy is great. So what it's got is it's put a little put over pole, and it's got a whip tip. So which that means is if you just have no elastic on and you want to catch silverfish, we'll go into it when we're fishing, but it's got that little attachment, or this ready elasticated to fish as a pole. We'll talk through that when we get out there. It comes with a little rig and a disgorger, but it also comes with two other little floats as well. So absolutely mega. We're gonna have a look at that when we get out there. And it's also got the guarantee on it, so if anything goes wrong with it, even though you've got it for free, you're able to trade it in for another one. Amazing. So the boys at Fishing Tackle and Bait have also give a brand new Dinsmore Powerlight little handle, 2.2 meters. It's telescopic, it's really stiff. We've had it out already, bagging a little few fish before we started filming. Lovely little strong landing net handle, it'll do you well. And it's nice pushing little bung to keep it all together. And they've also, and you can see it's wet because we could not resist a few muggers before we started testing it out, is another matching landing net head at Dinsmore, and this is an F1 floating net. So while you're learning, it's got foam in there, so when you're scooping it'll keep the net floated, which will help you when you're netting your fish, especially if it's a younger child that's starting your fishing. So everything we're trying to do is like just trying to help. And then Middy haven't stopped there. Oh no, we haven't. We've got a bomb-proof 9-foot ledger / feeder rod. Now this will tackle anything they want to do at commercial fishing. You're able to catch them on this. It comes with two tips. It's got a white one in there and it's got a red one. It comes in a little carry-all and is absolutely superb. And again, it's got the scratch off guarantee if you just register it. So if anything goes wrong, you will get it back for absolutely no price. And the other one is from Moorefield's farm, and this is Dean that's kindly put this one. This one's a Shakespeare rod. It's a Matchtech 2. It's a second-hand one, as is the reel, a second-hand reel. It's not the best reel in the world, but it'll do you to get started. We've got Daiwa Hypercenter brand new, which we're going to put over and get you some brand new line on there. So this will be perfect to get you started, and you can either use it with this or you can use it with the other rod. And the little bomb-proof rod, to be honest, is firm enough to use as a waggler rod as well, so you can use that with your waggler. And just to finish it off, Fishing Tackle and Bait have thrown in an extendable bank stick with a rest. So you've got a little rest there to slide up and down whenever you need to put for your feeder rods or your waggler rods. Absolutely superb. I can't thank everybody enough. I'm gonna just go on the box today and just do a little bit of light fishing, a little bit of light catching, and then, like I said, everything will go to yourselves, or whoever the winner is. It hopefully will manage to catch a few fish, which I don't think is going to be a problem today, if I'm honest. We will, like I said, put some ground bait, and we'll put some pellets in there from Bait Tech as well, so you've got those as an added bonus. Let's jump on the box, let's catch some fish, and then check out on Facebook, and you'll see as we release this video, it'll be on Facebook for you to enter your young one. Right everyone, so we are on the peg. We've got the little bomb-proof Middy bomb rod. We've got a little pellet waggler on, a couple of shots behind them either way, and a little banded 4mm pellet. I'm just going to fish out there nice and shallow, but we're also going to drop them in front of fish if you see them cruising past and potentially try and mug them. We're going to have a couple on this, and we're going to have a couple on the pole. I don't want to use everything too much to allow you to get the best of it, of the newness. We've just put the new line on. I could just see a little fish there actually, but don't know if he's going to play ball. We've just put all the new stuff on, so I just don't want to overdo it, and so it'll be nice and fresh. I've used my own catapult because I don't want to use the new one. So let's there's a few fish just cruising there. I don't think he's going to have a look though. So with mugging fish, it's just a case of flicking it near them, and if they see the pellets, they sometimes follow them down. There's one right behind that. It might be that we have to, there we go, just as we planned, boys. So you see what that fish did then is we threw it to it, it heard the splash in the water, it turned round, we didn't have to put any feed in, and then it took the pellet straight away. Lovely little action on this rod. Trying to go under the bush to get off the old peg. He really wants to go under that bush. I got him out. I've got this new Daiwa hypersensor line on as well, so that's some nice line, nice little action. And these rods, you know, just because it's a bomb rod, don't mean you can't use it for a waggler. It's stiff enough to use for a waggler. There it goes. It's in the net. Stiff enough to use for a waggler, and there's the proof in the pudding already. Let's just rest that down on his rest. You can catch fish like these really simply, with not a lot of effort. It's not the nicest looking one, this one, but we'll pick him up. It's a long and lean machine, is this one. Long and lean. What a lovely fish to start off with, to christen the new rod. Right guys, so we are now fishing with a bagging machine. Now the good thing about this, it's a telescopic whip, but if you push the top section through the back, you've got 3 sections. So you've got one with a lighter elastic in, which is not super light, but lighter. Then you've got one with a little bit heavier, and one with a little bit heavier still. I'm just sorry I can't stop myself here. There was 2 fish just straight in front of me. Yeah, which means you can get away with fishing the lighter, a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier. So this beast is just aimed for just absolute donkeys. So the ideal around this is that you would be able to fish on the deck, you'd be able to fish down the edge, and it'll pretty much cope with most things you hook on it. You'll have to change rigs depending, of course, but what we're doing is we'll give you some things when you come over. You can choose some floats and things like that for rigs, no problem. It's not a problem. And we're just slapping that rig over, feeding some pellets, fishing really light, and there's not much point in doing much other efforts when it's like this. It's nice and warm. We just want to flick that over and as soon as we get a few fish there, we'll see it just starts to take that without any messing. Slapping over it, and what that does is imitates the noise of the pellets coming into the water. And then if we see any fish swim past, we can drop that right on its nozzle as well. Oh. And you could maybe fish a little bit deeper if you wanted to. We've got it set quite low in the water, because if I see some big carp or some carp swim past, I can just drop that on them, and it's already light. It's already shallow. So once a bit of feeding starts, they'll soon come to the noise. You can see one underneath it now, actually, a little golden. There we go. Oh, it's an instant win as well. It's an instant win, boys and girls. So with a telescopic, what you're doing is you're pushing the sections inside of itself, and you're getting him out. Oh man, it's a super instant win. We don't need anything else, boys and girls. This is what fishing's about, an instant win. So when we say an instant win, this is an Andy May thing. If you're new to fishing, you might not know that. He's a guy that always says when you catch a goldfish like that, it's an instant win, and it certainly is. That's a beautiful little bar of gold, is that. Let's get him back. I'm sure that there's plenty more waiting out there. Right guys, we're going to have a little go with a paste. So put a little pasty pot on there. Stick a little bit of green paste. It's adrenaline, this one. I've never fished paste on a whip before, I'll be honest. Oh yeah, what, a whip? Oh, I did, yeah, when I did the £20 challenge, that were on a whip. And you got to be a bit delicate, because it is a bit rope-a-dopey. But we're gonna put it in here and hopefully have some fish on it. Let's get it cocked to the. Well, that didn't take long, did it? That didn't take long, boys. At all. I look like white on rice here, well, that one. Little F1. That look of it on a little carp. And he is, in his ass. Well, that did not take long. That just proves that you can catch fish, these little carpies, on the paste. You can use it for paste or whip. I proved that on my £20 challenge, like. I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind a little bit bigger than that. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. So put a little bit of bait. We're using a bit of corn today instead of pellet. It could be anything, boys, I'll be honest. But we are going to go with a little bit of corn. It's already fizzing down there. I think we've hooked a carp this time, guys. Don't know if it's hooked in the right place, but it's definitely a carp, I think, this one. Oh, it's like a little ghosty. Go on, the ghosty. Carp at last. It's a lovely ghosty. This would be a prize to finish on, this would be. Oh, nearly had him then, boys and girls. And again, he's not happy. Come on, lad. Come into Benny's net. Every time he gets it net, he's out. Not as easy. And he's in. And that's a lovely one to finish the session. And he's a beautiful looking fish. Let's hope he behaves himself. I can hold him up for you. Says that before he starts going absolutely berserk in the net. Spat the hook out. Let's see if he's going to play a ball. What an absolute beautiful fish to end the session on. And hopefully whoever gets this set up will have just as much fun and just as many fish. And we've proved there with not a lot of time. We've used that little pole, we've had decent little carp, we've had them on paste, we've had them on shallow fishing, we've had pellet wagglers, and without a doubt you're going to catch them on your feeders as well. So a really big thanks again to everybody that supported us in this giveaway, and fingers crossed it's one of your grandchildren or your children that get this to set them on their way into fishing. Like I said, this is when this video's out, it will be on the Angling For You Facebook group. If you want to enter, please join us on that Facebook group and there'll be the details in how to enter and win this wonderful prize. So thank you very much, guys, and until the next one, tight lines.